Hello guys, about this video we will talk something about the advanced lab guide because the basic guide we already know if all the terminals connect with one switch, what's the basic configuration. But in the real network, more scenario is lots of terminal connect with multiple switches. And in this topology, we use 2 switch and 6 computers to indicate 3 departments. And now this lab purpose is learn about and master the principle of the trunk technology. And we have to master the application scenario and configuration of the trunk technology. And here is the topology, right? 2 switch and 6 pieces. And about this lab requirement is switch 1 is the switch on the first floor, and the switch 2 is the switch on the second floor. And we have multiple pieces and 3 departments for IT, for sales, and for the finance. And we divide 3 VLANs, VLAN 10, VLAN 20, and VLAN 30. And the IP segment for 3 departments is 192.168.1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. And about the left one IP address is 1.1, the right one is 1.2. And we hope that the PC belong to the same segment, they can directly belong to the same department, they can directly communicate with each other. So this is the basic requirement of this practice. And about the configuration ideas, we have to plan VLANs for switch 1 and switch 2, and also assign pieces for different departments of this VLAN. And we also have to make the key configuration of the trunk of the switch. So this is the whole introduction about this practice. And now let's see the detailed configuration. The first step, we have to give the basic VLAN configuration because this is the key point of the first practice, right? And in the practice guide, I don't add the command. And here we can directly to see the video and have a review of the basic configuration. Now we already start all the devices. And about the PC, you have to give the IP address. And the IP for 192.168.1.1, mask is 255.255.255.0. And of course here you can directly to give the gateway, but on the practice we don't do any configuration of the gateway address. You can directly add, but this one cannot work. 192.168.1.254. Okay, so this is the basic configuration of PC1, and also the basic configuration of PC2, IP 192.168.2.1, mask is 255.255.255.0, 192.168.2.254. Okay, and about the PC3, IP 192.168.3.1, 255.255.255.0, 192.168.3.255.54. Enter. It's successful. And about the PC4, IP 192.168.1.2, 255.255.255.0. This is PC4. And about the PC5, 68.2.2, 255.255.255.0. 168.2.255. Okay, and about the 6, this is an IP address for the 192.168.3.2, 255, 255, 255.0, 192.168.3.255. Okay, now the basic IP address is successful, right? And about the switch, let's see. Switch 1, first you have to use enable because this is the first time to start. So we will ask to give the enable password. Okay, Rayjie 123 dot. Rayjie 123 dot. Okay, it's successful, and you can config T. Enter the configuration command, and because now we have 2 switch, you can change the host name. The command is host name to become switch 1. You will find the name from Rayjie to become switch 1, and then you can create VLAN 10. Because all the interface you connect with the terminal is access interface. On the first video, I show you how to give the configuration of the access, right? You can enter the interface and change the access switch to become 10. And another configuration is when you create the VLAN 10, you can directly add interface. Gigabit 01. Okay. And then you can create VLAN 20, also add interface gigabit 02. The same, create VLAN 30, add the interface gigabit 03. The same result if you enter the interface and change the mode to become access, and then to give the configuration, change the access native mode to become 10, 20, 30, the same result. This is another way to do the configuration of the VLAN. And about the switch 2, also same. Now only the basic configuration of the first step, right? And you have to use enable, set the password. When you do the practice, you can use the other password. It don't matter. You only need to remember the password is enough. And enter the configuration command and change the host name to become switch 2. Okay, and also same, create VLAN 10, add the interface to become gigabit 01, and create VLAN 20, add the interface gigabit 02, create VLAN 30, add the interface gigabit 03. It's successful. The key point now is we have to add the trunk interface, right? Because between 2 switches we only have 1 link. If you want to allow multiple VLAN pass through, you have to create the interface type to become trunk. And here is a configuration on the practice guide already show you. We have to enter the exist first. Enter the interface 00, and then you have to switch the mode to become trunk. And then about the trunk, you have to allow. If you don't remember the command, it doesn't matter to use the question. It will show you what's the next key configuration. VLAN. And about the VLAN, we also have lots of actions. We can add VLAN. All VLAN means we will allow the VLAN from 1 to 4094. Except VLAN, or maybe only VLAN, or maybe remove VLAN. On your real network, we suggest only allow your service VLAN pass through. So only the VLAN 10, 20, and 30. Okay, so this is the configuration of the switch 1. And about the switch 2 also exists, and enter into gigabit 00 to change the mode to become trunk, and switch the trunk, allow only VLAN 10, 20, and 30. Oh, sorry, I lost the key command of VLAN. Okay. Of course, on the practice guide, I only show you the key configuration here, right? But you have to add the configuration both on switch 1 and switch 2. After we finish the configuration, you can use the command to check. Show interface trunk. The result is now you only have one interface, Gigabit Ethernet 00, and the native VLAN is VLAN 1 because we don't change the native VLAN. And about the VLAN list is 10, 20, and 30. If you use the command on switch 1, the same result. Show interface VLAN trunk. The same result, right? And then now if you test the result between the same department, like the practice guide, we test the PC1 on PC1. First to ping the same department of PC4, 192.168.1.2, you will find the result. They can ping successfully. But another one, if you want to ping the PC5, the other department, they cannot ping. They cannot ping, we have two reasons. The first reason, they belong to different VLAN, right? They cannot directly communicate by layer 2 network. The second reason is, if you want to communicate with different IP segment, because PC1 belongs to the 1.0, but PC5 belongs to the 2.0. We have to give the configuration of gateway. Then the gateway can help you to do the communication, but we don't add the communication, we don't add the gateway on our network. So the result, PC1 cannot ping PC5 successfully. But on PC2, if you want to ping PC5, they also can ping successfully because they belong to the same VLAN, and on the trunk interface, we allow the VLAN 10 pass through. But if you want to ping PC6 on the finance department, also the same result, you cannot ping successfully. Okay, and that's all about the advanced configuration of VLAN. It's not so complex, right? In your real network, after you finish the practice, don't forget to save the configuration. About the PC, the command is save. Okay, save one by one. So on the switch, you have to enter, exit, and use the command write. Now it's okay. And please save the configuration one by one on your real network. That's all. Thank you.